Hey friends, Chasta here, and we're back, baby. Soundwaves TV Season 5. So much fun we're going to have this season, as always. We do have a couple of really important things to talk about, though, today, so here we go. Let's do it. This week, we'll check in with Bay Area promoter Trixie Rasputin on what's going on in the Bay, answer a few pressing questions, and we'll meet the newest members of our team, both of whom you're probably familiar with. This is Soundwaves TV. Here we are. We're back, baby. Wow. Season 5.
They actually let us come back and play. This is awesome.
I know. Season 5, I feel like we have a 5-year-old now. They have like a little baby.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way.
A wild, ruckus, crazy.
They were chasing all around the place and saying, don't touch that, don't get in trouble.
Don't you feel like that's how we roll?
I feel that's...
And not quite potty trained yet either. You know?
That's very much,
close, though.
That's very
By
much
the end
how
of the
this feels
season,
right
that's
now.
my goal.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
To potty training. Yes, we love it. So excited to be back. We have so much going on. Let's talk about a little bit of an elephant in the room.
Yes.
Coffee TV.
Yeah. So a lot of folks may have noticed that we're not on Coffee TV right now. And here's the thing. So when setting up our plans for the season, Coffee TV says, well, these are our plans. So we had a meeting and we decided that it would be best for our audience and best moving forward if we just take our plans. We want to thank Coffee for everything they did for us because they really supported the show. So many people found us because of Coffee and, Bay Area institutions. So nothing but props to Coffee.
That's right.
It's just that at this point, our roads will go in different directions.
That's right. Yeah. Nothing but mad love and respect all the way around.
Yeah.
So now you can find us on YouTube because it seems like, gosh, YouTube is just... It's so big. I mean, all of my content, I swear, I take in the week is pretty much from YouTube. It's crazy.
All the cool kids are hanging out on YouTube right now.
And of course, Roku, too.
When they first started, people are going, we're going to be on YouTube. And you're kind of like, that's
cool.
But now it really has kind of come into its own.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
And why not? I mean, it's a platform that everybody uses, and we want to be able to get our content in front of as many people as possible.
That's right.
But
do what we want.
But there's more.
Oh, yes, there is
it's
more.
not just YouTube. It's
That's
Roku, too.
Yep.
And we are actually, if you go to our Instagram, we have a contest going on right now where we are giving away a Roku Stream Bar Pro, which is basically a 4K player and a sound bar.
That's sick.
It is.
Nice.
It is. So don't worry about not being able to see us on your big screen TV.
Yeah.
You can get one of those, register to win, and we'll hook you up.
And big thank you to Roku for
Big
giving that
thank you to Roku.
us.
Yes.
Really
yes.
appreciate them. So hopefully you win. We'll see. So you can easily find us as you always have been able to. It's been really, really, really great on Coffee, but we move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's awesome. And speaking of moving on and awesome things, very excited to announce Soundwaves FM.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. As Dennis puffs up his chest, we now have
Sucks in his belly.
Yes. We now have brought Soundwaves and the local music scene back to 107.7 The Bone.
Yes.
Yeah, so excited.
Thanks to you. And the vision of our fearless leader here at 107.7 The Bone.
Well, I mean, if we're just going to talk freely as family here over beers, this is something that I had pushed for a really long time.
Right.
For about 7 years, multiple bosses, multiple incarnations of regimes and whatnot. And, it's a tricky push. But finally, I was put into a good position being the program director of The Bone. And I got the ears of the people upstairs, if you will, and they trust us. And
you
that's
trust
a big
me.
deal. And I trust you.
Huge,
Yeah.
and that means a lot. So
Yeah.
we're having fun.
Yeah.
We're playing our favorite bands. We're playing brand new bands that we've never heard. And if you're in a band or if you know somebody, go to 1077thebone.com/soundwaves. We want to hear your music. And that goes for here, too. We want to see your videos. So hook us up.
And the beauty part of this is, I mean, the local music scene is the thing that brought you to Soundwaves.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like this natural progression. We have the TV show, and now Dennis is on the radio.
Yeah.
And the fact that we now have an outlet where people can get their music heard, Soundwaves TV, if you've got awesome music videos, we'll show them. If you have mediocre music videos, we'll probably show those too. But, if you don't have a music video, but you've got great music, guess what?
That's right. And we've run into that so many times where we love bands and they don't do videos and we just couldn't do anything with them, and now we can, and it's so freaking exciting. So we're really stoked. Local music should have been on the bone for a long time, and now it is. So congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
Well,
take that torch and run with it. And we're excited to hear and see everything you guys have to offer.
Oh, it's going to be a blast.
Yes.
We are just getting warmed up. There's so much Soundwaves goodness this year.
Right.
Season 5, so much fun. And let's, why don't we kick it off with a video?
Let's get started. This video is so fun. Crash Pilot is the band, and this was done at Three Disciples Brewing. I found out about them from our Bone beer guy, who's now at Soundwaves as well, Joe Hawk.
Yes.
They make, Three Disciples makes fantastic beer. Sorry, we're not here technically to talk about the beer. We're here to talk about Crash Pilot. I get distracted when we have beer around us, right? So check this out. It's super fun. Crash Pilot, you're watching Soundwaves TV. We'll be right back.
Another wasted night that I'd like to forget. Every day it seems I'm just wasting away. I'm reaching out, I need a break from the fray. Take another sip, turn from Jekyll to Hyde. Take another sip, getting lost in the tide. Take another sip, it's just you and wine. Take another sip. Myself, it seemed to happen so fast. I cry in the night for all the people I've lost. I'm reaching for the bottle, lying now the cup. Take another sip, turn from Jekyll to Hyde. Take another sip, getting lost in the tide. Take another sip, it's just you and white. Take another sip, turn from Jekyll to Hyde. Take another sip, turn from Jekyll to Hyde. Take another sip, get lost in the tide. Take another sip, it's just you and wine. Take another sip, and you'll be losing
That was Crash Pilot with Sip. What a fun video. I love those guys. I have a feeling we'll be seeing them on Soundwaves TV a whole bunch. I do want to shout out Mike Sloat. That video is directed by him. He is director extraordinaire here in the Bay. We know that by now. Coming up, videos from Sam Johnson, emerging San Francisco band Treasures, the latest from Redtrade with our very own Morris Knight, a mass debate, new music from legacy artist, should they even bother? But up next, the newest member of the Soundwaves TV family. Here's Joe Hawk, everybody.
Thanks, Chasta. Joe Hawk here. What's going on, guys? Newest member of Soundwaves TV crew. Super excited to be here. If you don't know who I am, I'm actually the PM drive time host for 107 Send the Bone from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. and also host of the Bonafide Brews podcast over at 1077thebone.com. But here I am, Soundwaves TV, finally showing that I actually do have a face for both radio and television. So we're going to do a power pick right now, and they actually decided to have the youngest crew member on Soundwaves TV introduce Loverboy as our power pick of the week. So Loverboy has been rocking for over 40 years now. They'll be coming to the Bay Area along with REO Speedwagon and Styx for the live and unzoomed tour on July 15th at the Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View. And this first video we're going to be showing you is in celebration of that dedication and loyalty to the hard rock community. So without further ado, here is our power pick of the week from Loverboy Release.
It's a matter of fact. Think about me and you. Couldn't stop if we wanted to. It's a bond that can't be broken, never broken. Look at me, can you hear me? Tell me you can feel me. Look at me, can you see me? Tell me you can heal me. I need a release. Can't you see I'm down on my knees? Say it like you mean it. I'm needing you to feed it. Better believe it. You need a release. Don't you know I'm begging
Hey, what's up, everybody? Morris Knight here on Soundwaves TV. And stick around. We've got some great stuff coming your way on this episode. In fact, I'm going to be playing a video for you that I may have had just a little bit to do with, and I'm so proud of it. But first, we'll be meeting with Trixie Rasputin and find out what's really going on with this music scene that we love so much. Don't go away.
If you'd like to be considered for airplay on either Soundwaves FM on 1077 The Bone or right here on Soundwaves TV, go to 1077thebone.com/Soundwaves. It's kind of like back in the day, scamming your way into a radio station with your demo tape, but never actually having to leave the house.
You guys are crazy, man.
This portion of Soundwaves TV is sponsored by Longboard, the coolest hidden gem on the coast. A world-class music venue with a neighborhood vibe. Stop by for a drink or check out an awesome show. For more information or to get tickets to an upcoming event, go to thelongboardbar.com.
Chasta here, and you're watching Soundwaves TV. I am freaking thrilled to meet, finally, Trixie Rasputin of Trixie Rasputin Presents.
Hello.
I'm so glad to finally meet you. We met online during COVID.
Yes.
And got to know each other, and it was very apparent to me that you and I would be fast friends. Like, very apparent. I mean, Dennis and I have talked several times about, oh my God, you're a lover. She's one of our people. I have to tell you this quick story. It's relevant to what we're going to talk about today. You and Dennis connected, and he had a conversation with you, and he called me, and the first words out of his mouth was, "She's one of us." And I was like, oh my God, it's true, because your spirit, you're in it to win it for the local music scene. You're out there building shows, pushing shows, helping these venues and these artists. And obviously that's what we're all about here at Soundwave. So thank you for doing what you do. Tell us how you got into this whole thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
And
all
we were
of that,
matching
and
hoop.
Yeah, I know.
hoop
I
earrings.
do feel like this makes
cosmically,
sense.
yeah.
Absolutely.
On a professional and a personal level.
Yes, I am one of you. I am a huge advocate for our local music scene. I got into it through my own bands, being, a musician myself. So I just really felt unsatisfied with where things were at.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, I always have been involved in lots of different projects, but it just seemed like, well, now's the time. Like, we're coming back. We're having a renaissance of art. Everybody's making things. So I kind of jumped in, seeing that there was a need for it.
Yeah.
And I want to see the scene be a place where everybody wants to hang out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Would you say with genres, you have a specialty genre? Do you focus on one genre over another, or how do you work that out? Because there's a lot to represent here in the Bay.
Right. That's true. And my personal taste leans towards rock and roll. That's the kind of music I liked making. So I think at this point, I'm trying to remain open-minded to, just what I consider to be good art, good music.
Yeah.
I'm sort of lined up with a lot of indie artists, so indie pop, and
There's a lot of that in the Bay.
There's a whole psychedelic movement that's happening.
Yeah.
I've also seen some bands recently that harken back to the grunge sound a little bit.
Me too. And I love. Oh, yeah.
I know. It's so
Speaking
good.
my language.
It's so good.
One thing that I think is very unique about the Bay Area, in maybe not a positive way when it comes to supporting local music, is it feels like, to me, from an outsider, because I'm not a musician, it feels like there are multiple local music scenes within the Bay Area because of geography, because we have bridges that divide us. Yeah. So you've got the San Francisco scene, you've got a South Bay situation, North Bay, East Bay. And so I think I wrestle around when I'm trying to sleep at night. These are the things I try to figure out, how to marry all of those. How do you do that? How do you get people from the East Bay to drive more into the city, or the North Bay to drive to the South Bay? I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah. It's
a tough one. I'm not expecting an answer from you, but just thinking that.
Well, you're bringing up something really important about even just San Francisco proper or Oakland proper. We don't have what some music cities have, which is a strip. Right.
Like Austin has this amazing Sunset Strip in LA. Amazing.
Right. So you can kind of like hop to different shows, or
New
you just
Orleans,
show up and then, you're going to suddenly be in the thick of it all.
Right. That's a
So I
real
think
hard
because-
struggle for us.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that, so people are used to just decide where you want to go for where's the best
One
show,
show.
and just go.
Right.
I have noticed that like the local music scene that I'm most a part of is a lot of musicians, so
Mm-hmm.
they're really supportive of each other, and so those people will definitely cross the bay.
Yeah, yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But how you get fans to really do that, people who are not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily in it for the network or
Right,
for
right.
being a musician themselves or whatever it is. I guess it's just a matter of, honestly, probably marketing
Yeah.
events and making sure people know they're happening.
Yeah.
And at that point, if it's a good enough band, they'll show up.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
true. No, that is
You know?
valid. I just remember one time I was in New Orleans and Frenchman Street. If you've ever been to New Orleans and you've been there, you know how fantastic it is. If you haven't, you must. It's where all of the great musicians go on a night off. They go to Frenchman and they all play together. But what you were saying is there's, one street and you stumble, as it were, into and out of, these places, and you just see these amazing bands. And what's cool is one band will jump from one bar into the next bar and start playing with that band. And I mean, that's just so special. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, that's a pipe dream because we don't have that luxury here. But I think it's an important thing to think about in theory is support. What you're talking about, supporting each other. We can't have that in a geography way, but we can have that in a supportive marketing, social media powerful way.
Yes.
Supporting one another as far as bands, promoters, whatever it is, and not just looking out for my show, my band.
Oh, right. Well, and also not only that, but the venues.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
highlighting venues is something I try to do as well.
Yeah.
To bring awareness, because sometimes people just don't even know. Like they've
Right.
never heard of Milk Bar. They've
Right.
never heard of the Knockout, these smaller clubs.
Yeah.
They like people in Oakland might be thinking, well, I would go to the Independent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they don't know about the little divey places that actually have some of the best music in the whole city.
Yes,
that's
absolutely. And some of the greatest crowds too.
Yeah,
really,
of course.
really cool community crowds that like will go to that place every Saturday night to catch whatever's on stage.
Right.
Those are some of my favorite people.
Yes. I know.
I do enjoy hearing you say it's kind of a renaissance right now because we had conversations on this show during COVID in our little Zoom boxes about how we just knew that these musicians were sitting at home pumping out all this amazing music and that it would be the Roaring Twenties again. Now that we're sort of kind of on the back end of this, I think, knock on wood. Yeah. How do you feel? You said renaissance, but how do you feel like things are moving and grooving right now where we're at?
Well, pretty great. I mean, I got back into booking, I guess it was maybe July last year. So July 2021, right away, everything I was booking was just selling out. It was awesome.
That's great.
Because it was like everybody's just so excited to be here.
Want to get out.
Yeah, and the music
yeah.
was sounding great, and bands had worked really hard to get new music out to the public. So that was all good. And then December was kind of rocky, and then of course in January everything was canceled of this year. So that kind of put a damper on things for me. I was really bummed out because I thought, maybe this is it. Maybe that was like the wave is crested and we're done.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing it all over again where it's like double the excitement.
Oh, that's great to hear. That makes me really happy.
And most of the bands that I'm working with and watching are releasing new tracks continuously. It's just a lot of singles coming out all the time. So it's really fun.
And they have angst to work with now. After,
Yes.
after the last couple of years, there's a lot of anger, built up anger.
Yeah.
So you work with bands too, right? And we're gonna play one of those bands.
Yeah.
If bands want to get a hold of you and work with you, first of all, let's just touch on how do they get a hold of you? How do they find Trixie Rasputin?
Well, the name.
Yes.
It's
Probably not another one, I assume.
so far, no, there's not another one. So Trixie Rasputin Presents, that's the handle on Facebook and Instagram. And that's also my email, which I don't know if that's okay to share.
Sure,
but,
of course. If you're brave enough, by all means. There you
That's
go.
fine. I prefer to communicate through email. So
Yeah.
if people are contacting me for show ideas, I have texting, I have Instagram messaging, Facebook messaging, but usually I say, you've got to just
That's
put it
part
in
of
an
the
email
problem.
so I don't
Yes.
lose it because,
Oh my God, yes, preach.
I
Yes.
book a lot of events. I'm working for different events all across the city and booking shows at venues that are my own ideas or
Yeah.
bands bring me ideas and we run with them. So I can't keep track of stuff when it's just like a text message and we're talking about payment and we're talking about dates and times and sets and
yeah. Keep it easy and professional in one place. Email is way to go. So tell us about this band that we're gonna play. Who is this band?
Okay.
Yeah. How are you connected? Pitch them.
Well, this band is awesome. They're called Treasures, and I actually heard them before I ever met the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a recording studio called Lucky in Brisbane, Lucky Recording, and another band was actually working on their album, so I was hanging out with them. That was Silk Road Truckers, is that group. Anyhow, Mikey, the engineer, he said, "Hey, Trix, do you want to hear some new music?" Of course, yes.
Yes, yeah.
So he fired up this song that just like stopped me. I was like, wait. You're producing this band right here. What is this? And it was Treasures. So I, easily could contact them because I had this connection. So I contacted their lead singer, Jack, after we did meet in person at a party, actually. And then I just said, I think you guys are going to release an album, right? Do you want some help?
That's great.
Getting your album release show off the ground. Like I know how to contact venues. I could try and put something together. I mean, it was pretty I was pretty humble.
That's very humble of you.
Can I please do this?
Yeah.
And
you were personally invested in this band, clearly.
I was, because I thought the music was really killer. It
Yeah.
was just so well recorded. And his voice, Jack, the lead singer, is a great singer. Corey, the other guitar player, is a great singer. They just sound good.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be part of whatever this is.
That's the best feeling.
Yes.
We get that feeling a lot around here.
Yeah, right? I mean, it just
we find new artists and bands. We're like, oh, yes, we are behind them. We're behind everybody that you see on this show. We're going to hopefully work together a lot. We love what you do.
Thank you.
We appreciate what you do. I know all bands and musicians watching this right now appreciate what you do. There's not enough of you. I'll say that for sure. You should probably be cloned a few times over. So promise us that we'll besides our matching hoops, we will build out our fantastic relationship and work together.
Well,
on
I
some
look
stuff.
forward to that. Thank you.
Welcome to Soundwaves family.
Thank you.
You've been adopted for life.
Oh, wow.
All right. Find her online, Trixie Rasputin. We're going to check out Treasures here on Soundwaves TV. We'll be right back.
I don't think they saw me drink my beer.
Ready?
I'm a pretty cool guy.
I walk in the line, eyes full of the world.
Hey, what's happening? Joe McCaffrey here, Joey Mac in the house. I'm glad you're with us here today. Coming up, we'll ask the question, if you are a legacy artist on tour, should you just play the hits? As expected, we all have opinions.
Closed captioning for Soundwaves TV is brought to you by Green Room Music Center, offering rock camp, music lessons, a drum shop, and rehearsal spaces for rent. For more information, go to greenroommusiccenter.com.
Check out Soundwaves TV on all our social media accounts, deleted scenes, extended interviews, the latest announcements, and official playlists. The Bay Area plays here. Hit us up everywhere at Soundwaves TV.
Hey, welcome back to Soundwaves TV. How you doing? Morris Knight here, and man, I am so excited about Season 5 of Soundwaves TV. We've got a lot of great stuff coming your way, so stand by because Season 5 is going to be bigger than ever. Right now, what you want to do is hit that QR code on the screen. Follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe so that when we go live or post a new episode, you'll be the first to know, and you want to be the first to know, okay? All right, check this out. Like I was telling you earlier, I've got that video coming your way that I may have had a little something to do with. Check this out from that band I was in called Redtrade. This is Victorian.
Welcome back to Soundwaves TV. We've got to do this now before we lose complete control. Of course, we're going to masturbate. And I want to go back for this subject to a moment I shared on the lawn of Shoreline a couple of years ago. I was watching a very popular legacy act with some of my favorite humans. Some are here at this table. And the lead singer of the band, Heart, Ann Wilson, came out and said, I want to play a new song for you. And the person I was with, Mr. McCaffrey over there, actually shouted from the lawn, no, we didn't come here to hear new songs. We want to hear your hits.
Oh my God,
As a little bit of a disclaimer, Joe had been drinking in the parking lot heavily before. We had beer out in the trunk.
But he does bring up a very good point.
But it does bring up a very good point.
Because take an act like Tears for Fears, who very recently successfully positioned a new album. And then, as you were saying, the Rolling freaking Stones drop a song during COVID and nobody even blinks. Some artists can do it, some artists can't do it. But I'm going to start with you, Joe. Why do you want to just hear the hits and not let these artists express themselves?
Okay, so I thought about this, and I do remember saying that. And
You want to hold this?
fuck yeah! Play your fucking hits.
Yeah, I love it.
Play your hits. No, it's okay. So this is what it boils down to. So I've heard the Tears for Fears also, and it's really good. So that I think that's where the line is for me, because it's just I want to hear the hits. I go to the concerts to hear the hits on a lot of these artists. If you bring good music to the table.
But good is so subjective.
That's right.
I mean,
Well, yeah. It better be good to me.
I better like this shit.
Either that or play your hits.
Okay, so coming at it from a different angle, our favorite artist, you're an artist. Morris, you're an artist.
Yeah.
Let's say you have the biggest hit of your career.
Yeah.
Now you got to play that for the rest of your life. Let's say
I want to do that actually.
But let's say you're fortunate
Please give me a hit.
Let's say
play it till I'm 90.
Let's say you have 10 hits and that's all people want to hear, and you're like, no, I want to say this. I want to put this out. I want to track this type of music. How do you as an artist feel being stuck in that little corner? And explain it to Joe while you're at it.
Well, I think my opinion is going to be one of a minority here. Wait a minute. I guess that goes without saying. I shouldn't have said that, actually. It goes so far without saying.
We want to get your token opinion on this.
Will you please?
Slide that right in there, everybody.
What are we talking about again?
I would figure out a way. If I was so fortunate and so blessed, I would figure out a way. Look, hey, you guys got a new album out, and here's one song. I'd give everybody a heads up, but I'd also tell them, hey, this is not your time to go run for a beer or to the restroom.
Right.
And I promise it's only going to be one song. Just want you guys to check it out. No one in the world has heard this. It's unreleased. So here's this new song I'm going to play for you guys. You guys let me know what you think of it. At the end of it, it's 3.5, 4 minutes long. No long solos. Okay, a little solo in the middle, but then that's it. And then get back to the hits.
Right.
I would really consider who the hell is here. If I was in the game, for 10 years or something like that, by then you're a legacy artist, because a lot of bands and artists don't make it that long. So if you're still hanging around that long, then you're good.
Sure.
That would be my take on it. I would really try to be mindful of why people bought that ticket. Why the people in the front row dropped $3 on that damn ticket. Why? So I would try to be mindful of it. That's just me. And I know it's rare because we've all been to those shows. Okay, we got a new album out. Want to play some more? And they want to play 4 or 5 songs from an album. And this could be.
They go to deep side B cuts.
Yeah, knock that shit off. Yeah.
Play that number one tune.
This is not. I came here to relive some memories, to hear some good songs. The reason why I'm even here. So I totally get it, Joe.
I think to kind of piggyback off that, it also comes down to, like you said, it depends on who is in attendance for these shows. For someone in my generation, going there, I know only the hits. And especially if a band has waited 15, 20 years to put out new music. Look at GNR. They wait so
13 years between albums.
Yeah, so it's why would I this is literally just a cash grab for those new music and all that stuff. It's just play the hits. I love how I think it was Foo Fighters. All right, we're gonna get done with all the new stuff, and then we're gonna play all the stuff you really like to hear. That's what I like about we got new stuff, but we all know why the hell.
But that kind of comes back to Morris's point of being honest with your audience, right? Saying here's some new stuff, stick with us, and then we're gonna get to the stuff you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
And don't bunch it all up.
Yeah.
Play the jams. throw one in there, play some more jams, throw another one in there.
Yeah.
But now coming back to now the generation of how you get music and how you find music is like, people after my generation, I'm only 34 years old. Sorry to make you guys feel old. But the fact is...
Black don't crack, player. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Hey,
he talking to you, Steve.
But,
Don't say it, Steve. I'm going to have to...
I'm not going to say it. Write this down.
But it's not like...
in history.
It's not like we have MTV where everyone just can go home, turn on their TV, and listen to new music right away. You actually have to go out of your way, go online, go to YouTube, go to Spotify, look for that new music sometimes. So it's like, why would I want to hear the new stuff that I didn't even know you came out with until I see it on like a news article? Just play like I said, just play the stuff. I agree with Joe. Play the hits, get on with the show.
I have a bit of a different angle on this.
Okay.
I don't mind musicians doing new music because I'm married to a musician and I know how important it is to their soul to be able to continually create and continually evolve and push themselves.
Well, that's
and do
the thing.
new stuff.
Continually create.
Right. Yeah. Continually create and evolve and do new things and challenge themselves. Like, I think that's an important part of the process. My twist on this is I cannot stand when I go see one of my favorite bands, they do a hit and they change the hit on you.
Stop that. Hey, knock
you
that.
best
Knock
not,
that
bitch.
Don't
Listen
do it.
here.
Don't do
There's
it.
nothing worse than you're drinking it, you're singing at the top of your lungs, and you know the words. You sing them all the time. And then that bitch up there changes the words on you, and you're like, no, I was right. That bitch is wrong.
Or if they start to mash up 3 of the big songs together and they only do like one
And
verse,
you get like 20
I don't want to
seconds.
hear a medley of your hits.
or a medley.
God damn it, don't mash up anything. I don't want to hear the remix.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear extra beats. None of that.
I paid full price for this ticket. I will every full song.
God damn.
Yeah, no, I cannot stand that because I feel like an idiot getting the song wrong when they change the song.
And then everybody trying to look at you like you got it wrong.
Like, okay,
I know.
You're drunk. No, I'm not.
We're talking about concerts that are like 90 minutes now. They should just do it Springsteen style. They go 4 hours. They can play, all their hits, all the new.
No, I left 2 hours ago.
A few covers. I mean, just get it done.
Says the biggest
There's only so
Springsteen
much-
fan ever.
Yeah.
The B-cut deep tracks.
But-
Go for it.
I will
Don't
say
do it.
it's all of those bands for you. Bruce Springsteen is like that for you. He can do anything, no wrong, whatever,
No,
right?
that's not true. It's not that he can't do any wrong. I'm just saying he has long ass shows.
Oh, yeah,
And when
yeah.
you got more time to work with, you can fit more stuff in. And Springsteen is one of those artists that's kind of curated. He's cultivated his audience. He's taught his audience. That's always going to be different. If you teach your audience that they're just going to hear the greatest hits, and then you play half a new damn album, then yeah, that's going to be an issue too.
Yeah.
Right?
I would love to do another mass debate over bands that what do you call it? Jam bands.
Oh, right.
Because I love that when like Tool's one of my favorite bands of all time. If Tool wants to do an 18-minute version of one of their songs, I'm there for it. A lot of people are like, get the F out of here.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a whole nother
Well, when it's Tool, yeah.
The Dead. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. The Grateful Dead. That's another great. Chris Robinson, who on his solo shows, he turns into the Grateful Dead. Like, because a lot of people go there and they're like, I'm going to hear the Black Crowes. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, but there's 2 schools of thought because there's the artists who are known for the thing, and you'll go to these 80s shows where they put 5 and 6 and 7 artists together, and these guys come out for 15 minutes and they play their hits, and then they go off, and then the next band comes on and plays their hits. If you've got something new to say, because here's the thing, a little something you guys are all forgetting. If this is your favorite song, guess what? There is a point in time somewhere, maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, that you heard it for the first time.
Yes.
How are you going to know that
Yes.
this is not going to be your next favorite song by this
Steve,
awesome
that's
band?
dope.
That's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you got to give them a chance.
And how exciting was it back in the day when you're watching MTV, you're watching Soundwaves, or you're watching and you're listening to the radio, and they're like, "Here's a brand new song from so and so," and you're like, "Oh, the new whatever." It was the most exciting thing when your favorite artist drops something new. The culture has changed.
It has.
You know?
So maybe they need like a DJ announcer to go out there and do it the way that we heard it on the radio.
Oh my
or
God, that's brilliant.
You know,
Like a DJ walks out.
yeah, just walks out like, here's the new song from You're Gonna Love It, and Caller 25 is gonna win the brand new CD from.
I love
You
that idea.
better put it up there then. We're going to need that.
That's right.
So long as the person walking around being the DJ is also selling drinks, bringing beer, and throwing popcorn. I mean, they could do all that.
Right.
T-shirt can, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've solved concerts for you.
You're welcome.
But it's such a broad topic. We want to know where you stand on this. So drop your comments in. Tell us what you think. Tell us some of your favorite artists that do this, or the ones you'd like to. So that's it. We're done. We're done masturbating. Time to get a sandwich.
I'm spent.
Cheers to that. Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
Hey, want to watch Soundwaves TV on your big screen? Head over to the Roku channel store and download our free app, Soundwaves TV. You'll get every brand new episode and archives of every past season. Do it now. We've got your next party covered.
This portion of Soundwaves TV is sponsored by Longboard, the coolest hidden gem on the coast. A world-class music venue with a neighborhood vibe. Stop by for a drink or check out an awesome show. For more information or to get tickets to an upcoming event, go to thelongboardbar.com.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Stephen Kirk here with you on Soundwaves TV, Season 5 of Soundwaves TV, in case you're keeping track at home. And it's great to have you guys here. Thanks for coming back and enjoying the show with us. And hey, we're all over YouTube this year. That's kind of our thing. So do us a favor. You know the whole thing they do with the like and subscribe and pushing that and the ding the bell and whatever the hell they're talking about. Do all of those things. And make YouTube your favorite home for Soundwaves TV. And speaking of home, you know, Soundwaves goes back many years, and one of the people that was instrumental for many years on Soundwaves was Joe McCaffrey. Joey Mac, everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Joe. Some people just tolerate Joe. Some people have to edit around Joe to try and get, you know, a sentence pulled together. But everybody loves Joe McCaffrey. Joey Mac, take it away, buddy.
Thanks, Steve. Anyways, our last artist actually was one of our performers at the 2016 Soundwaves Christmas. They also performed at Bottle Rock last October with the likes of the Foo Fighters and Guns N' Roses. So appearing on Soundwaves Christmas is obviously going to give you a career boost. So other artists out there, definitely take note. This video was shot on Ocean Beach in San Francisco. This is Sam Johnson with Do You Boogaloo.
Gets me excited. I just wanna squeeze you tight. Watch your lips go side to side. Yeah, I know you're vibing out at home, but it breaks my heart to know you're alone. And I just wanna keep the fire going. Push the word for you anytime you want it to. Boogaloo, I bet you do. Don't you, yeah. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance with me. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance. I hope that you don't mind it, 'cause I can't even hide it. Walking around outside and people looking mighty. You can look a little, you can look a lot, but you look the best when you're stirring up the pot. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance with me. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance. Oh baby, do you boogaloo? I bet you do. Don't you, yeah. Oh baby, do you no plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance with me. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam, slow dance. No plans, kiss me. Slow jam. tight. Watch your hips go side to side, yeah.
Well, everybody, that does it for this episode of Soundwaves TV. So excited that you were here to witness this extraordinary moment in time.
I don't know if that's exactly the word I would use.
So next week, we've got State Line Empire on the show.
Absolutely.
Very exciting about that.
But you know what? This week, we're going to do something totally unexpected here. Joe and Chasta, will you take care of the... here, we got to slide this stuff out of the way here. So, Dennis, what you're going to have to do, buddy, I got a little production thing that I'm going to need you to do. You know the Batman TV series, when they've got the little spinny screen and the bat going into the transition thing there?
Got it.
I need you to make one of those, but with the 45 adapter.
I think we can do that. Yeah.
Because we're going to want to kill a little bit of time because we got a little something that we're going to do here. All right, here we go, guys. We are officially starting season 5 of Soundwaves TV. Let's get him in here. Get him in here. Get him in here. Here we go.
Here. Cheers, big ears.
Give me some love.
A little on your
When I
shoes.
said give me some love, I didn't mean So that's great. We're celebrating that, and that's awesome. But we're actually celebrating something else as well. Hey, Dennis, you know how on Saturday Night Live, right? When you've got the Five Timers Club, when you've hosted a episode of SNL 5 times, you get that. Well, we've got something for you. Joe, would you do me a favor? Reach down behind that piano there and hand me that thing that's back behind there.
I'm scared.
And just hand it to me. No looking.
No peeky. No peeky.
Now, what we've got for you, Dennis, is, because we've got Joe Hawk over here. He's a rock and roll DJ.
He is, actually. I've noticed that.
And Morris Knight, he's a rock and roll DJ.
He is.
The guy
He is,
here. Chasta, rock and roll DJ. Me, actually next year is my 40th year of starting as a rock and roll DJ back in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Well, look at you, Mr. Soundwaves FM. Yeah, Dennis is now officially a rock and roll DJ. And because of that, here you go.
Wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. That's cool.
He is officially now a member of the Rock and Roll DJ Society.
Yeah.
To Dennis.
Cool.
Here.
Thank you.
He is a DJ.
Wow. That's awesome, guys.
Speech.
Thanks.
Speech.
Yeah, say a little something.
I guess I'm going to have you all on the show now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We bought our way in with champagne.
Exactly. No, that's wonderful. So thank you very much.
Well,
Good to be.
it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm like Joe Pesci winning the Oscar. Thank you very much. It's my honor.
No, you need to pontificate like all those rock and roll DJs.
No, you know what?
normally do.
I said
Yes,
it. Okay,
exactly.
here's all I will say is that when we first started Soundwaves when we were teenagers, and I started a show before that when I was 14, that's all I ever wanted to do was just play music on the radio. That's it. I wanted to play my favorite songs on the radio, and thanks to this beautiful boss of ours, I get to do that now, and I thank you. That's
my God, it's my
absolute
pleasure.
Wonderful. It's such a thrill. So listen to Soundwaves FM on Saturday nights.
11 p.m.
That's all supposed to be a big commercial.
That's right. 107.7 The Bone, 11 p.m., hosted by Dennis Willis, Soundwaves FM. And support local music.
Yes. And
Cheers.
I think that's it. Thank you very much. Season 5 is on a roll. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Bye. Cheers.
To turn and walk away without caring what they say, and let the drama play. Can I ask your permission to be a kinder soul, to play the gender role?